folks, welcome back. It's Friday Fitness with me, Andrew Chadwick, your certified strength coach here at the ETA. Now this week we're talking about a lower body strength exercise. We do still have a little bit of lower back and kind of upper back incorporated in this, but it's predominantly kind of hamstrings and glutes and hinge movement patterns. So we're looking at the lower body. Now this week's exercise is a barbell good morning. And the barbell good morning is such a great exercise in terms of advantages of loading in the upper body, being able to maintain posture, hinging on the hips, loading up into the hamstrings and the glutes, taking some tension into the lower back, and then being able to drive the hips back up. And the big reason why this is important is if you look at any golfer, they need to be able to maintain posture and be able to be strong while maintaining that posture as they swing through on their backswing. They just need to be able to keep themselves balanced without losing posture. And so any of the best golfers in the world get to the top of their backswing, they're still in the similar position with their posture, even on their downswing, transition through, impact, and into the through swing. They're able to maintain posture so well. They do this with multiplanar movements going on at once, but they've got such good posture, good control through the posterior chain and the backside of the body to be able to handle the pressures and the loads that we're placing on the body. And so, exercise we've got this week is a barbell good morning. I'm actually going to do this facing out so the camera can kind of see me face on, but most athletes we would recommend that they're facing in towards the rack, step back from the rack, do their exercise, and then put the bar back. But for demonstration purposes, I'm going to face the opposite way. Always have our athletes start the opposite side of the bar. Take your grip position about a thumb width out from where the ridges start is somewhere I like to go. It's again what's kind of advantageous for shoulders. So work on your shoulder mobility and kind of do what you can do. But bar goes across the shoulders. We go ahead and stand on it with the weight. I'm going to take a step forward, but we would obviously coach our athletes to take a step back. Now my feet are going to be relatively narrow. I'm trying to plant through all three parts of my foot, through the balls of the feet, into the heel. I feel like I'm screwing my feet into the ground. That's the main aim. I've softened my knees, and from here I'm going to keep my back tight, and I'm going to push my butt back towards, almost feeling like I'm going to send my hips back to touch the wall, and then come back up. Okay, again, I'm softening my knees. My back's tight, my stomach's engaged, I'm driving my hips back, really feeling that my feet are screwed into the floor, loading up into the back of the legs. I can feel my glutes engaged, my lower back's got some tension, and then we're driving on up. We're trying to strengthen through the back, through the glutes, through the hamstrings. So again, soften the knees, drive those hips back, engaging through the back side of the body, hinge over, and then driving on up. We should see athletes always step forwards, bringing the bar down, and then coming on out. We should see there's a slight anterior tilt. The reason why is we don't want a posterior tilt as we start to kind of extend as we flex the hips and we're kind of creating that position. When we get into this flex position, we want a slight anterior tilt, good posture through the lower back. As soon as we start to see a posterior tilt, we put shearing load upon that lower back that we don't want to see. So create that anterior tilt and maintain it as we get into that hinge position. You're going to find that you get a lot more activation through your hamstrings, through your glutes, less of the shearing pressure through the lower back. You're going to feel real comfortable, real kind of advantageous to then load up a little bit more. So that's your good mornings. Depending on kind of where you are in your training, anywhere from 3 to 8 reps is going to be a great position for you to be in, whether you're working more power or whether you're working more strength and hypertrophy. And so we recommend that depending on where you are in your training, adding this exercise in. Folks, that's this week's Friday Fitness. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back next week with another Friday Fitness for you. I'm Andrew Chadwick, your certified strength coach here at the ETA. Take care.